I hate to break it to you, but consistency isn't what you think it is. Exactly 1 year ago, on October 18, 2024, I lost my job and had no backup plan. My daughter's therapy bills were piling up, my savings were almost gone, and I had no idea what to do next. So I did something that felt insane at that time. I started posting about my story online every single day. 365 days later, I built a business that makes more than my old salary. But here's the part no one talks about. Consistency is never linear. If that already hits home, hit the like button so I know you are here for the real truth about building from nothing. Most people believe success is linear, that it's a straight line to the right. Stephen Bartlett calls that the arrival fallacy, the illusion that once you reach a certain point, everything gets easier. However, real consistency doesn't look like that at all. It's messy, spiky, unpredictable, and often brutal. Some days your post reaches 50,000 people, and other days no one sees it. Some weeks you feel unstoppable, and other weeks you wonder if you should even keep going. Alex Hormozy says, growth happens in waves, not straight lines. So if you are stuck comparing your inconsistent progress to someone else's perfect chart, this video is for you. I'm Sean, and 1 year ago today, I lost my corporate media job. Now I run a storytelling business that makes 5 figures a month. This isn't about luck or overnight success. It's about learning that consistency is never linear and how to keep going anyway. Let me take you back to October 18, 2024. That date is still burned into my memory because it felt like the world stopped. I walked into what I thought was a regular meeting and walked out unemployed. After a decade in journalism and advertising, I went from building other people's brands to having no identity at all. The hardest part wasn't losing the job, it was the timing. Because my daughter was in therapy and a session cost thousands every month. We had just moved into our new home and we had renovation bills to pay. And I didn't have the money anymore. I sat in the park for an hour before I could even text my wife. Everything I thought was secure disappeared overnight. The career, the stability, the identity. Then I remember something Naval Ravikant said. The internet has democratized opportunity for anyone willing to take responsibility for their own learning and promotion. That line hit me like a reset button. I opened LinkedIn, wrote my first post about starting over and hit publish. It got maybe like 200 views, no comments, no leads. But something else shifted inside me. I had started telling my own story. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, I may have butchered that name, once wrote that sometimes you have to lose yourself completely to find your true path. And that was exactly what was happening. Before I go on, your support means a lot to me. Like and subscribe for more real talk about building authentic businesses. Here's what no one tells you about starting over. Consistency doesn't look like how you expect. I committed to posting every single day, not because I had a plan, but because I needed a reason to get up. The growth graph looked like chaos. 1 week I get 500 views, the next 50,000, and then 1,000, and then 25,000, and then nothing for 3 weeks. Stephen Bartlett says success compounds in silence and explodes all at once, and I saw that play out. Alex Hormozy calls this the lead generation roller coaster, where some weeks your inbox is empty, some weeks it overflows. The goal isn't to flatten waves, it is to ride them. Most people see inconsistency as failure, but I started seeing it as feedback. The algorithm was teaching me what resonated, and my audience was showing me what they needed. Alan Watts called that letting go of control. I couldn't control virality, but I could control showing up. Here's what I learned about building when consistency isn't linear. Number 1, fill your 5 buckets in the right order. Stephen Bartlett talks about building knowledge, skills, network, resources, and reputation in that sequence. I realized I was chasing money before mastering the first 2. Once I focused on storytelling, audience building, and business systems, the income flowed. Number 2, create offers from your pain. Alex Hormozy says your struggles are your most powerful products. For me, parenting a neurodiverse child became a consulting offer for parents. My story as a queer professional became a storytelling service for brands. Number 3, measure inputs, not outputs. Naval says to focus only on what you can control. I stopped chasing likes and started tracking what mattered. Did I post today? Did I help someone? Did I tell the truth? Number 4, flow happens in doing, not the result. Flow doesn't come from validation, it comes from immersion. For me, writing daily became meditative because it was mine. Number 5, turn pain into power through story. Every setback became content. Every failure became perspective. I wasn't just building a business. I was building a system that turned life into value. After 1 year of messy consistency, here's what happened. I went from 200 views to 3.2 million LinkedIn impressions. I launched a paid newsletter across 15 countries. I had back-to-back 5-figure months and started speaking at various events. Clients came in because they trusted my story more than any pitch. The real transformation was internal. As Alan Watts said, act as if you are already what you are trying to become. And that became my mindset. I stopped waiting for permission to call myself an entrepreneur. Naval reminds us that we are paid for our judgment, not our time. My judgment now comes from lived experience, from raising a neurodiverse daughter, rebuilding after layoffs, and writing my real truth. If you want to build something meaningful while embracing the chaos of non-linear growth, here's your roadmap. Commit to the process, not the outcome. Show up for 30, 100, or 365 posts. Package your insights into something valuable, a guide, a resource, or a story. Build knowledge and skills before chasing network and reputation. Find your flow by doing what feels like play but looks like work to others. Stay present. Stop performing and start offering presence. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need imperfect consistency. The people who win aren't the ones with perfect strategies. They are the ones who keep showing up through chaos. On October 18, 2024, I was unemployed. On October 18, 2025, I am running a business that gives me freedom and purpose. The difference wasn't luck. It was persistence through uncertainty. Your voice matters, your story matters, and your business is waiting. If this resonated, grab my free guide on building from story when growths feel messy. Links in the description. Drop a comment with one word that describes your growth. That can be spiky, messy, unpredictable, up to you. Let's normalize what real progress looks like. Like and subscribe for more real talk on building authentic businesses. So I'll leave you with this. Consistency isn't perfection. It's about persistence. Persistence over time creates miracles. Your story matters. The world needs your voice. Start sharing it. Even if, especially if, the growth doesn't look linear.